What's good, YouTube? It's Quinn Wade, basketball analysis, coming to y'all with another video. Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description in the comment section below. Also, check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description in the comment section below. If you want a t-shirt, you can message me on Facebook. I got different type of logos and images. You can get any color shirt, or you can change the logo on the shirt. Just message me on Facebook if you're interested. Today we're going to talk about Trae Young and his scoring potential. He has the floater. He has a good change-up pace dribble, always staying calm and ready to shoot the basketball. And he gets in good positions, could rush it, could try too hard. He slows down, gets to look at the basket and floats it with a soft touch. Another thing I seen was when he coming off those screens or have a downhill, he takes that contact right there and still keeps the ball secure and gets a good look at the basket. Here he gets the screen, gets the space, creates the space, runs right into the big man, floats it up before he can come all the way over and gets a good easy basket. Here, Trae Young going full speed, slows down, gets the space, and knock down the three. That's one of his specialty. He has unlimited range, and he can shoot off the dribble. And you see right here, he gets a spot up three and knocks that down with ease. Right here, he gets the pass, get a spot up three, fakes. That's going to be one of his go-to moves to create space, get an open look, and knock down the easier three than a contested rush three. And here again, he gets the space. This is a tougher shot, but he's going to have to make those, especially late in the shot clock. His team going to rely upon him because he's going to be the go-to scorer now since they traded in the shooter. And here you see him take a tough three, but it's in the fourth quarter. That's basically a dagger in the coffin, cold-blooded. But he always did that even in college and in high school. Here he gets a tough three, but if they're going to go under the screen, he's going to have that shot all day. Kevin Durant and Steph and other players do it. He got to perfect that shot and get better at it. The only way he's going to do that is by continually to shoot it in practice and in games. And that's the only way he's really going to get better. And you see it right here again. They give him a little bit too much space. He feels disrespected and knocks it right through his eye. Here he shoots a little bit too far, but he gets on balance and gets a good look at the basket, and it was wide open. Even though it was a little deep, he was calm and collective and followed his rotation through and knocked it down. And here again, gets too much space. A longer defender, he gives him more space and try to cover up his eyes. Trae Young got a quick look and threw it up. He has one of the faster releases in the game right now. And just see it again, gets it right on the fingertip, throws it right up, right in the basket very quickly. He can catch fire and he can get easy shots quick because it don't take him no time to get that release off. Now I want to talk about just playmaking. Now, he's a patient playmaker. Sometimes he can force it. Sometimes he get a little bit too happy. But when he's under control and he's reading and reacting to defense, he can be a dangerous passer, keeping his teammates involved, finding the open guy, or even collapsing defenses with his probing ability. And that allows him right here, collapses the defense and probes and get his guy a wide open three. With guys like Kent Bazemore and Taurean Prince on the court, those are good three-point shooters around him, so you can see them getting a lot of easy baskets because of his penetration. And here again, he gets the penetration, collapses the whole defense, and helps his teammate get a wide open spot up uncontested three. Now all threes look contested because of the athleticism of the NBA players, but if you get a good look like this and you get a shot off, you basically got the shot off already before they even got to you, which means it's an open three-point shot. And here you see again, Trae Young reads the defense, sucks him in, and finds his teammate for an easy dunk. John Collins and a lot of guys going to love playing with Trae Young because they're going to get easy layups and dunks and lobs. And here again, you see Trae Young finds the open guy, makes the pass down the court, and gets another easy dunk, rewarding the big man. And here again, Trae Young gets the ball, goes ahead, draws in the defender, makes the right play, and gets his teammate an easy basket. That's how you make your teammates a lot happier, and that's how you make them better, and it helps build confidence throughout the game. And here again, gives him a wide open lane to the basket because they were so focused on stopping Trae Young in that pick and roll. And even right here, he goes down full court, gets a little space, dumps it off to his teammate, gets an easy dunk. And here again, gets the ball, dumps it off, makes the right play. Here, splits the defense, draws two defenders, and it is a tough shot, but he's right in that paint area, and he's a 7-footer. And here, he gets the ball, draws the double team, gets somebody open, which is always going to happen because it's basically 3-on-5, and he finds the open guy and gets a dunk. And here you see he gets the screen. They go under. He gets the guy open. He had two other teammates open because he drew two defenders. And here he gets the ball, draws two defenders, and it gives his guy a wide open lane, and he makes the right read because he was patient and wasn't trying to force it. Here he goes full speed, gets a dump off by drawing the collapsing of the defense, leaving somebody on the interior wide open, and he makes the right play and gets another dunk.
My final thoughts is basically
Now
Trae
for
Young
my
is a
final
special
thoughts.
player. Obviously, if you go in top 5 in the draft, either you a player that can have potential to be a superstar, a player that can be a potential all-star, or just a player that's hard to find, once in a generational player, you're going to go high in the draft. And for them to trade their pick and go down to take Trae Young, that means they have a lot of confidence in this guy, and they see that he can really be a franchise guy for them, especially since they traded Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder said he wasn't happy. He didn't want to be there. They traded him to OKC, opening up that starting spot for Trae Young. Now, he is young, and he has dominated college, putting up crazy numbers, leading the college in assists and scoring, even though he did fall off as college season went down. His efficiency went down, his turnovers went up, and he really had a hard time scoring. And we've seen that even in Summer League. I was personally at Summer League, and I was actually there to see Trae Young and see how he developed, see how he's changed, and seeing his body. And he didn't look that bad. He still is too small. He's still not that quick, but he's a guy that finds ways to score. He finds ways to be effective. So he might be a turnover happy guy. You can see him averaging 3 to 4 turnovers his rookie year as he tries to find out what works and what doesn't work, what he can get away with, what he can't get away with, and how to attack defense. Remember, when the colleges started to adjust, Trae Young didn't adjust and change his game that much. NBA scouts and NBA coaches are going to see and show in film sessions how Trae Young can develop and how he can read the defense, and they're going to help him get past these hurdles that he's going to have in the NBA season. Now, I'm going to tell you the truth. Trae Young is going to be one of those guys that one day he's going to be the talk of the town. Next day they're going to crucify him. Now that might be a little harsh, but it's true. He's going to have games like he had in Summer League when he takes over the fourth quarter, makes amazing passes, gets on the top 10 at SportsCenter because of his passing. He's going to hit clutch threes. He's going to hit big shots, and everybody's going to be crazy. He's going to be all over TV, and he's going to be the talk of the sport that day. So he's going to have to take the good with the bad, and that's what happened when you're a superstar. If you're going to be a top 5 player and they believe that they got rid of a chance to get Luka Doncic to get you, that means that they're really high on you. They really want to build around you, and they see something special in you. And we all seen it in Oklahoma. We seen the potential. He was an exciting player. You wanted to watch him. You wanted to see him fail. You wanted to see him succeed. You wanted to see what he's going to do next. And he's going to be the same way in the NBA, but it's a harder challenge because now it's a job. You have to go in there and improve. You have to continue to play great, or else they're going to replace you or find somebody else. But he already coming in, not tall enough, not fast enough, not a great defender, and I didn't really want to focus too much on his defense because that's something that we all really know, that he's going to be limited defensively because of his speed, because of his body, and because of his size. He's only going to be so, I mean, you shouldn't want to put a ceiling on somebody, but he's only going to be so great at that because of his limited ability. So every player has a weakness. Every player has shortcomings. He doesn't have the wingspan. He doesn't have the athleticism, and he's not a top-level athlete athletically, laterally, or even just in speed in general. So at the end of the day, that's something that he's going to have to live with. But defense is all about effort and wanting it. I want to guard this person. I want to get up in him, but he's always going to be undersized because most point guards are 6'3", 6'4", 6'4", and they're going to be able to shoot over him whether he's playing hard defense or not. And if he even gives them a chance by closing up the airspace, they're going to blow past him. And he's not long enough or tall enough or physical enough to distract that shot. So they're just going to lay it over him or just dunk on him or just shoot the ball over him in the post, which, is going to always be that no matter how good he get at basketball, he's going to always be somewhat of a liability offensively. I mean, defensively. Now, offensively, he's going to be inconsistent. He was like that in Oklahoma. He was like that in high school, and he was like that, in summer league. He took a lot of bad shots. He took a lot of hard shots, and he settled for a lot of shots. Now, even then, you look in these footages, the clips that I showed you, you seen that Trae Young was shooting deep. He was forcing up a lot of shots, but that's his game. He's going to have to continue to take those shots to keep the defense honest, but he also has to continue to make the right play. And that's my biggest thing with Trae Young is that sometimes he can be a little bit overconfident to the point where he becomes a chucker, just a guy with the ball that can do whatever the fuck he wants. And I feel the same way about Russell Westbrook. He's a guy that he's going to take the shot he wants, he's going to do whatever he wants, and he's going to pass because they're going to double team him, trap him, or force him to pass, or he's just going to do it because he sees his teammate open. He doesn't really want to do it. He prefers not to do it, but if he has to do it or he sees it, he's going to do it. And I see a lot of that in Trae Young. He's going to take the shots he wants to take. He's going to make the defense double team and trap him. But if he has to continue to remember he has teammates and they're there to help him. They're there to give him the floor spacing, and he's going to be a solid player. But can he get to the lane and finish at the rim at an elite level? That's something that he's going to have to do, is try to find a way to balance the shooting and the other aspects of his game to have a more complete and diverse offensive game. If he wants to average 20 points like he did in college, he's going to be going against better athletic defenders, more faster, more quicker, more longer defenders in the NBA, and he's going to have to find a way to adjust his game and update his game to the point where he's able to compete no matter who's guarding him, whether it's a double team, whether it's a trap, whether it's the pick and roll. He's going to have to continue to read and be a student of the game and work even harder because he is already at a limited disadvantage because of his size and his speed and his athleticism and his body. So that's something that he's going to have to put in more work. We see it with Chris Paul. Chris Paul was getting beat up and toe up a lot when he was in New Orleans, but he found a way to become a better shooter in the pick and roll, a better decision maker, and a better three-point shooter to the point where he's one of the best isolation and inefficient shot point guards in the game. Matter of fact, he's one of the most efficient players in the game, and he's only 6 feet. Now, it is a big standard to be compared to Chris Paul, especially since Chris Paul is an elite level defender when he's healthy. And that's something that we can never say right now about Trae Young. But Trae Young, he has to just continue to play at a pace and continue to settle down and just read the defense. If they come up high, you have to react. If they come down low, if they go under the screen, he just has to continue to be patient, continue to put in the work, and he can get where he's trying to go and where the Atlanta Hawks think he's going to take him. Now, I do believe that Trae Young can be an all-star because the Atlanta Hawks is a team that is bad, and they're going to be devoid of talent, and they're going to be a lottery team because they don't have that much talent. There was a lottery team with Dennis Schroeder last year, and Trae Young is not that much better than Dennis Schroeder. He's not better than Dennis Schroeder right now anyway, but he's not that, he's not going to lead you to a championship right now. So I'm looking 2-3 years in the future where the team is better and he's a lot better. I think he will eventually get to the All-Star game because he's going to be aggressive. He's going to be attacking. And he's going to put up numbers. And numbers alone can get you in an all-star game, especially when you play in the East. When you play in the East, if you can average 20 points a game, like Kemba Walker, he was on a bad team, and he was able to get 20 points a game. And he was a guy that was undersized, not that athletic, and he was going into the NBA as a streaky scorer too, and a streaky shooter. He was able to make multiple all-star games of being undersized and being a streaky scorer by continually putting in the work, reading the defense, and working and perfecting his craft and sharpening the skills and polishing the skills that he was given and he was good at and making them more better, and it made him a better offensive and balanced offensive player by putting in that work and polishing up his strengths and adding and expanding more to his game. Now Trae Young is going to have to follow a similar blueprint. Luckily for him, he has an organization that believes in him. He has an organization that wants him to succeed, and they want him to be a Atlanta Hawk. So at the end of the day, I think that Trae Young, he seems like he wants it. He seems like he's confident, and he has that killer instinct. He's not scared to be in the big moments. He's not scared to take or make the plays, or even take a big shot, or even just making the right pass, knocking down a floater and knocking down a three. He did that in summer league. He did that in college, and I think he's going to continue to do that throughout his career. Now, is he going to be a superstar? I don't really know that. I don't know if he's going to be that top 5 pick that takes them to the next level of being a championship contender. Now, I don't know if he's ever going to get to that level. We don't really know until we see in the future. But I don't think that Trae Young is going to be that superstar, elite level scorer guy that he might be at that as they might think he's gonna be by taking him number 5. Now, will he be better than Aiden? Will he be better than Bagley? Will he be better than Doncic? Will he be better than Carter and Jaren Jackson? I feel like they have the size advantage and they have more upside because of their speed, their athleticism, and that means he's just gonna have to put in then more work if he wants to do that. But I do feel like he can eventually get to that 20 points a game and even become an all-star in this league, and it's mainly because he played for the Hawks, a team that needs him to score, a team that needs shooting, and a team that need a guy that can be in attack mode. And check, check, check. He has all those things, and as long as he's aggressive, he's going to score points. He might not be a 50% shooter. He might, I mean, yeah, 50% guy from the field, but he's going to be 41, 42, maybe even some years 45% from the field. And even if he doesn't, he can always be a 36 or higher 3-point shooter. And if he gets 15 shots a game, which most starting point guards do or more, he's going to put up numbers whether they're empty or not. That can be enough to get you into an all-star game, and that could even get you into the Hall of Fame. You might not win an MVP, you might not win a championship, but at worst, he can possibly be a Hall of Famer just by putting up numbers. Now, we don't really know how his career is going to happen. We don't know if he's going to get injured. We don't really know how good of an offensive player that he will become because we can't see into the future. But for what I see in Summer League, he's an excellent passer. He's a smart guy. He just needs to tone down the ego a little bit, take better shots, read the defense a little bit better, and just clean up the floaters, clean up the mid-range game, and take more control 3-point shots. Just because you open don't mean you got to force a three. It's all about getting the best possession that puts you in the best situation. If you're getting easy layups, if you're getting easy dunks, continue to do that. Don't just go out there shooting up threes and taking difficult shots because you feel like you can make them. Make the right decision, make the right plays, and continue to take care of the basketball. If he can continue to clean up and polish those 3 things, he's going to give you 6 to 7 assists or more a game. But he is going to be very turnover prone his first couple seasons because he's going to be learning the defense. He's going to be learning how they're going to switch him. He's going to have to be in nothing but school, starting from the bottom and learning the game all over because he had another level of basketball that he'd never been. And, that's where the coach and the development staff has to come in and help him and get the maximum out of him. And I think that they will, and that's why they picked Trae Young at number 5. So at the end of the day, they have their reasons. I seen the footage in college when he was in college. I seen the footage and watched him live at Summer League, and he has the potential to be a deadly and lethal scorer. But will he be efficient? Will he take care of the ball? Can he get them to that championship level? I don't see that, but I do see him as an all-star, and I do see him potentially as a 26 or a 27 guy, or even 22, 23 points a game, just because he's going to take a lot of shots, he's going to get to the free throw line, and he's going to make some of them. And if he can make 41% and 36 from 3, that should be enough to make him to at least a couple all-star games, especially in the East, where you can win 40 games, 44 games, and make the playoffs consistently every season, and that might just be enough to make him an all-star. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think Trae Young will be a bust? Or do you think he'll be a franchise guy? Do you think he's overrated? Do you think he's underrated? Do you like how he played in Summer League? Do you think he underperformed? He did take over a fourth quarter in Summer League and won them a game. He's going to do that throughout the season, and he's going to continue to do that throughout his career. But barring no injuries, he's already coming out as a disadvantage. But if he works hard, he continues to be a student of the game. He continues to clean up and polish his game, and he continues to be a student of the game in the film room. The possibilities are endless of how good this guy can be. If you want a T-shirt, check out my website, AnalysisPlayground.com. Link will be in the description in the comment section below. Check out my Facebook page, AnalysisPlayground.com. Link will be in the description in the comment section below. Click the link, it sends you to my website. Click the link, it sends you to my Facebook page. And you can get any color T-shirt that you want. Also, any logo that you want. And if you choose a certain t-shirt, you can change the color of the logo and you can change the color of the t-shirt, and I can just get it made for you and send it out to you. So let me know if you're interested in buying a t-shirt on Facebook. Message me there and I can get it made and sent out to you. Thanks for the support. Thanks for liking on Facebook, and thanks for continuing to watch. And if you're new to the channel, just subscribe if you enjoy the content and check out my older videos. Quinn Wade, Basketball Analysis, I'm gone. And let me know what you guys think about Trae Young and his future in the NBA in the comment section below.